behind a parent's house, picking up glass. He said, girl, you gotta understand, time is temporary, we're a lot more alike than you think. And I looked at my veins, saw they spread like the branches of these trees I've been taken for granted. That place meant to me, and I can't be found at all. Salt stung my nose like I was 9 years old again. I used to pick petals off of flowers I thought were eloquent, leave them for the wind or some hungry soul to value them. And I think that's what happened to a child that kissed the earth. The wind couldn't carry her, and so she forgot its worth. I pick up the broken glass and memories of innocence, and all at once I'm wandering through the shade of canopies, and I can reach high, the clouds taste like cotton candy, and maybe I'm a sucker for anything painted green, but I've dreamt that wealth was cheap and the earth was laying next to me. And the earth was laying next to me. Hi. For my English project, the quote that I chose was from Walden, the chapter Economy. And it reads, "The mass of men lead lives of quiet desperation and go to the grave with the song still in them." For me, this really meant so much of what we truly value and enjoy in life is lost in the pursuit of wealth and security, as well as success, and this idea of success that we've studied throughout this year in English and what it really means to be successful. I chose to write a song for this because when I read this quote, the first thing that came to my mind and how it related to myself was how I don't really spend a lot of time outside anymore, as opposed to when I was younger and I was always outside and always playing and exploring. As I matured and had to appease a demanding work and school schedule, it became harder and harder to kind of spend that time outside doing what I really enjoyed doing and just valuing the nature around us and how like green and beautiful it is. And I know I sound like a tree hugger, but I wrote a song. It's not really titled, but it starts off with, "I woke up one morning with the earth laying next to me." Well, it relates to memories of my childhood in Pennsylvania, and the neighborhood kids and I, we would always play outside and play different games and go on different explorations. And if we ever saw litter on the ground or something, we would be like, oh my gosh, you have to pick that up right now. Like, that's terrible. Why would anyone ever litter? And we would be so upset at the end of the night. It would be like 9 o'clock and our parents would be like, all right, you guys have to come inside right now. We'd all be so upset about it. And it was really just like a magical kind of childhood within these like 5-6 backyards that we were always spending our time in. And the other part of this quote, it goes, and go to the grave with the song still in them. Well, not only does that relate to a song, but it also relates to how everyone has this voice that they want heard. Everyone has this song in them that they want to sing, yet it's lost. Again, in the pursuit of wealth and in the pursuit of success and the pursuit of trying to create something out of yourself that you aren't already born with. And because of this pursuit, we lose that song. We never get a chance to really sing about what we truly want to. And that also reinforced my idea of writing a song as like my creative medium for this. And I'm really happy with how I wrote it and how it turned out. There's also another part of Walden where it speaks to the idea of getting lost and not really creating paths for yourself. And one part of the song goes, I'm lost in autumn leaves and what that place meant to me, and I can't be found at all, or I don't care at all. That also speaks to, if I were to revert back to the way I lived my life like throughout elementary school and early middle school when I was like always outside, I wouldn't necessarily be that upset with it. I would be totally fine with just having that ability to just hang out outside and not get bored and not feel like there's something else I constantly have to be doing that's taking away from being in the moment and now. I also want to add on the idea of the connectivity of everything, and how in nature so often we see so many things like repeating themselves. The line that I have that really speaks to this in my song is, I looked at my veins, saw they spread like the branches of the trees I've been taking for granted. It's a really beautiful thing, and I think we all need to take more time to realize that we're not so different from all the living things around us. Like, we, as humans, like, we kind of have this idea of we are so much more superior than everything. I'm sitting out here with my dogs, and obviously we are not the same, but they're still living and they're still able to feel things that maybe we as humans can't even feel. Or the spectrum of like what's alive and what's able to feel things and experience and relate is so vast that I think it's hard for a lot of us to really kind of wrap our heads around like just how beautiful nature is and how beautiful the natural world is. And so we desensitize ourselves to it instead and kind of learn to not pay much mind to it. And when we litter or when we don't get outside for a day or don't really see the value in cutting like a single tree or a plant, that's when we've kind of lost that song. It's when the desperation really sets in, is when we lose that part of ourselves that says, oh yeah, like I'm a part of this world too. I'm not just man-made, like I'm nature. My dog is going mental with a bottle of soda. Thank you, Mr. Rockerman. It's been an amazing... What do you have there? Come here. Thank you, Mr. Rockerman. I hope you have a great time out there on the farm, and hope you're able to get what you want to get done. Yeah, it's been an awesome year, Mr. Rockerman. Thank you very much.